Welcome to another episode of Crystal Lake Fishing. I just got back in from diving with the Natonics crew. It's a weird day. We don't shoot much, but we see a ton. So if you want to see a lot of fish and a few missed shots, stay tuned. If not, this might not be the video for you. But anyway, get on the water. Alright, welcome back underwater, everybody. As you can see today, we got some beautiful clear blue water sitting at about 80-90 feet.
Evan, you ready to run it?
We're doing some strict one up, one down technical diving. I can't really get out this deep most of the time on the skiff, so it's always a treat to be able to go out and do some more technical, deeper diving. On this day, you'll see me get past the sill layer right here. You can't see the bottom from the top. But once you get past this sill layer, the viz on the bottom is just awesome, at least by my standards. So I get down and you kind of see there's not much life, right? There's little fish, little hogfish and some grunts and stuff. But what we're really after are these big American red snapper. And so I don't even really pay attention to anything else. Look under this ledge for a slipper lobster or maybe a stone crab. Nothing there, so I head back up. This next spot, we see a bunch of grouper at, but we don't really shoot anything. But I thought it'd be cool to show all these gags that show up because it is interesting how you'll find fish, but not always the fish that you want. So there's one right there, there's another right there, and another right there. And that's on one dive. So this is the next drop on that same spot. I go down just to see again if there's anything going on. And I'm not going to show the full length of all of the dives. You can see all these grouper. Because on dives where I don't really shoot a fish, there's no need to show the whole thing because these are much longer dives. But you see I line up on this red grouper and I whiff. That's my first time shooting an Amero, and I just didn't get it right. This next spot, again, you see the grouper on the bottom, and on the way down I see this shark. Thought that was kind of cool. I include it. Alright, so we switch spots after that, and Jerry goes down and says he sees an AR and that it looks super fishy. So I get really excited, and this is me on my way down, my first dive on this spot, and I'm taking it nice and slow, head tucked, super mellow. And once I break past this silk layer, you'll see I change direction. It's because I see a flash of something that looks a lot bigger, shinier. So I angle towards it, which is something that I shouldn't do. You shouldn't angle towards it. You should go to the bottom and bring it to you. But I angle towards it, and it ends up working out for me. You'll start to see it come into view right here. And there he is. And I start to line up on him. And boom. I take the shot, and it looks like he just tore out, and that's what I think, is that he tore out, and I don't really think much else of it. I'm just like, oh, unlucky, you must have had bad shot placement. You'll see later in the video, I'm going to slow-mo the shots on these AR, and you'll see what actually happened.
Holy shit! I shot a giant and tore out. AR. Like,
when you see one, just take your time and don't rush your shot. They're not scared. They're not gonna haul after you. Yeah, just focus on get the right shot. You'll get them.
alright.
So this next dive is on the same spot. It's a couple dives later, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm being super mellow, I'm dropping down, but this time I'm thinking, last time I tore out because I rushed the shot, didn't wait long enough, etc. So I gotta drop straight to the bottom, go along the bottom to the fish instead of going straight at the fish, let the fish come to me, and doing actual hunting techniques. So I drop straight to the bottom with pretty much no deviation in my path here, and you see that big grouper right there. So many grouper this day. I drop straight to the bottom, and when I get to the bottom, I see another red snapper, but this time I wait for him to give me the absolute perfect shot. And right there, nailed it, right through the gill plate, textbook shot. So I'm on the way back up, and you'll see he's taking line from the gun. Like he's on at least a little bit, but then right there, he just pulls straight free. As soon as I involve any like tension and it's not completely in release pool, it pulled right out. So now I'm just frustrated. I don't know what's happening, and I'm not having the best day. So now I will show you what happened. So what happened was I put a new flopper, a new shaft on my gun the night before, and I forgot to tune the flopper. So this is that first fish. Look at the shot that I got. I'll slow it down. I've got the perfect lineup, and as I'm approaching it, it's like dead center, right for the middle of the fish. And then I pull that trigger, and you'll see that shaft hits it dead in the middle. That's not a shot that tears out. You see? It's a great holding shot. The flopper just doesn't deploy and it slips right off. Same with this fish. Look at this. This is just textbook spearfishing. Boom, beautiful shot. You see that? Straight out the other side. You can see the spear's going all the way through. You see it's right in the middle of his body. Oh my god. So dumb. Alright. So after that debacle, we switched spots. We're now in the shallows hunting mangroves and stuff, and I'm having a bummer of a day. So I'm just kind of, very lazy with how I'm diving. I'm just hovering off the bottom, swimming around, not going straight to bottom, looking for fish, and not hunting properly. I just kind of chase down these mangroves. I stop for a second and I see the one that I like, and I pick him out, and I for a second look for something else because I don't really want to pull the trigger on something that small after going for ARs. And I still don't want to pull the trigger on these things. I'm just like looking at them. And then at some point, I just decide to give up. I'm just like, yeah, we're good. So I just go back up to the surface. All of those were legal fish, though. Like, it's not like any of them were small for mangroves. It's just like I was being lazy. This next dive, I'm just like, you know what? I need something to eat. I need some dinner. So I drop down. I'm like, I'm gonna actually hunt a fish, shoot a fish, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful. You can see there's also just this spot too is just covered in grouper. There's like 5 right there. You see, it's ridiculous. You see all that? There's another one. Get down. There's more grouper. I see a nice mangrove, and I hide behind the pipe like I'm supposed to. And I'm not patient. I'm kind of lazy. I don't even grunt. And so I just push off and head straight towards him. Well, I do grunt. Doesn't matter. I swim straight towards him. I try to take a shot while I'm moving, and it's not a great shot. I start trying to pull him up. Like, at least he's on, and I know that, but I gotta be really careful with him. So I start pulling just ever so softly to make sure that he doesn't pull out. And you can tell it's in his gut. It's like barely holding on. But I keep just like very slowly bringing him to me, getting him up. He's strung, which makes it a little bit more of a challenge. And you can see it was just on by like his intestines, and he gets off. Probably eaten by Goliath. Whoops. So we move spots again. We go to this barge. You can just see, look at all these gags. What is FWC doing with this limited gag season? Because I've never seen more gags in my whole life. Look at all that. Crazy amount of gags. So on this same dive, on the way up right now, I see this mackerel, and boom, just miss again. I'm having a great day, if you can't tell. Alright, so we've arrived at the last dive of the day. Recounting this day, like re-watching it, editing it, just painful experience for me. But anyway, I get down. I'm kind of just sinking, and I see this nice hogfish right there. Like, 15, 16-inch hogfish. So I take my time. I even turned my camera off and turned it back on to make sure that I was rolling. And then I just get the stun shot. There's my dinner. And then I'm done. I'm like, all right, you know what? I shot a fish. That's all I can do today. And I got out of the water, and that was my day. We left like right after this.
Evan. Little baby snapper, you know, that Jerry shot. Of course Jerry shot it. Still a sick day. Look at the size of the snapper. There's Evan's iPhone to compare it to. Oh, Evan caught red-handed.